Are you somebody who's had a spiritual calling and you are desiring to monetize your spiritual gifts so that you can make an impact in the world? Well, then you want to listen to this. Today, I'm going to give you my entire methodology, front to back, everything of how to become a 6 to 7 figure spiritual leader and coach. And I am so excited to do this with you guys today. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say I am so honored to spend this time with you. I know that if I can become a world renowned spiritual leader, you can too. Let's do this thing, okay? So, first of all, I just want to say that if you're somebody that is struggling, you've had a spiritual calling, but you're not quite sure how to make it into a career. Maybe you've, done a lot of work already, but you're not quite sure, you haven't built a framework, or maybe you are struggling to get clients. You are putting yourself out there, you're bringing a lot of value, but you're having a hard time getting your first client. Or maybe you already have clients, but you're struggling to get consistent in your income and be able to scale in what you're doing. Or maybe you're somebody that is still in a traditional job or a corporate job, but you are having a calling and you don't know how to transition into and make the quantum leap into what you truly want to do, which is spiritual work. Or maybe you already have a business and you're ready to implement and bring spiritual principles into your business. No matter where you are, this entire episode, this methodology, front to back, is going to really give you a very clear, concise understanding of what it takes to implement and do this in your business, whether you're online or whether you're out in the world. This methodology is something that I've taken me decades to hone down and to get to a place where I'm able to teach it and implement it and have people have great transformation in their personal and professional lives. Okay. So let's do this thing. So again, I'm Dr. Erin, Dr. Divinity, founder of New Thought Global and Soulciété. And I'm also an international bestselling author. Obviously, have a top-rated podcast. I'm a mother, and the truth is that I am just so honored to be the 2020 Walden Wisdom Award next to Oprah Winfrey, Greg Braden, and Michael Bernard Beckwith. Forbes nominated me as 11 of the most inspirational female entrepreneurs to launch on Instagram. And so the truth is, if I can do this, you guys, you can do this. I was a young, struggling mother. I came from a background that I was really had no principles. My parents were divorced. I was date raped in high school, had bulimia from 17 to 20. I thought all my problems would get solved if I just got married. I ended up getting married and have a stillborn, full-term stillborn at 22, which sent me on a spiritual track. So it's been 25 years of seeking truth. So the wisdom that I'm going to bring you today, you want to turn off everything. You want to get a pen and paper out. You'll probably listen to this a couple times because there's so many truth bombs and incredible business hacks here and everything else. Okay, so let's do this thing. So I'm going to break you on through the 3 ways we help spiritual based people monetize. Okay. Doesn't matter if you want to be a coach or you already are, whether you are wanting to be a practitioner or rise up into a doctor of divinity, or whether you already have a soul based biz and sell services or products, is going to apply to all of you. Okay. So it's 3 ways we help spiritual entrepreneurs monetize. I'm going to break on down our entire mindset framework, my entire mindset framework, doing all the trauma work, everything. And then also the skill set, the most trusted and proven 6-step system in the industry that coaches that are 6, 7, 8, 9 figures use. Okay. And then expertise. So how we build and train and develop and certify expertise in the industry of spiritual work. Okay. So let's do this thing. So first of all, the 3 ways that we help spiritual entrepreneurs, because we recognize if you have a spiritual calling, right? You're like, I've had this spiritual calling. I love work. I love consciousness. I love this entire thing. Maybe you've gone through some different programs. You've done a lot of inner work. Now what? How do you actually monetize? How do you make your love, your passion for spirituality into something that you're able to do to actually make enough money to sustain yourself, and way beyond that to be able to actually make an abundance of monetization, because we understand money is just an exchange of energy. And the truth is, the universe is only abundant. So the 3 ways that we help spiritual entrepreneurs monetize is, number one, by helping them get their mindset right so that they actually believe, because we know that when somebody hasn't done their true inner work, they first of all won't believe they're worthy of making 6 or 7 figures. They also will sabotage what they are trying to do. Or 3, they'll end up having a lot of money, but they aren't fulfilled because they're not doing what they want to do. So we first and foremost, which is the most important thing, is we help them get their mindset right. And we're going to get into how we do that. Okay. The second way that we help entrepreneurs monetize is we train and develop them in the most proven and trusted business 6-step system that 6, 7, 8-figure coaches use across the board. Okay. And thirdly, the way that we help spiritual entrepreneurs monetize is by training and developing and certifying them in certain modalities. Okay. So, for example, we had a coach that came in. She had already been through a great program. It was a great mind, like sales tactic, very business oriented. And Clara was, she was doing okay. She was very inconsistent, but she also was finding that she was getting burned out. She was hustling. She was doing all this stuff because she was really trying to keep up with other influencers. And when she came into New Thought Global and Society, what happened was she ended up doing her deep, deep work and birthing her legacy and birthing her true purpose and calling. And she ended up really excelling. She actually had her first $42,000 month, and she actually said she didn't get burnt out anymore because she was so in alignment with what she really was here to do on this planet. The second is for skill sets. So, for example, there was a woman, her name was Christy, and she's amazing. She's over in Hawaii. And we train and develop also in how to launch like a 5-day challenge. And Christy came in, she applied the principles in the first month. She launched a 5-day challenge with only 33 people in it. And she ended up doing her first $10,000 month. Okay. So if she had like a couple clients before, that was it. She only had she barely had made any money ever in the industry. She didn't know how to do it exactly. She had built somewhat of a framework, but not much at all. And she had her first $10,000 month and was able to understand how to keep doing 5-day challenges and how to make it really work. The third example for expertise, we have a great coach. Her name's Carly. She's amazing. She implemented the E4 trauma method into her existing coaching practice. And she actually, for the first time, had consistent $20,000 months because she was getting such profound results on her client through the E4 trauma method. Okay. So we want to understand that if you truly have this desire, then the truth is that there's a way. Okay. If there's a will, there's a way. And your will is actually God's will. Okay. There's no difference. It's really just tapping into the authentic will that you are. So we have to look at who are we? Why would you want to do this part of New Thought Global? Well, New Thought Global, if you're not familiar with us and our community, we are part of a movement that has been around for, centuries. It's actually what we call New Thought ancient wisdom because it's nothing new. We actually teach truth. We teach metaphysics of mind. We teach spiritual awakening. We teach and how to reprogram the subconscious mind because the subconscious mind is one with the divine mind. It's a subjective mind, right? So we basically teach the creative process. It is part of, there's about 1,500 spiritual centers that are in alignment with us, unity and science of mind and a bunch of things. We're not dogmatic. We're not a religion in New Thought Global. We teach the power of the mind. We teach the power of energy. We teach that there is a consciousness, which is your true self and its source and its spirit. And it is the first cause of all of life. And this is what is creating your reality. And each individual has the use of that one use of all potential, and they individually use it. But it can be bounded by the limited beliefs in your subconscious mind from trauma, from all kinds of things. And we teach how to clear out the soul, clear out the subconscious mind so that you're able to manifest and demonstrate in a way that you've never been able to before. Okay. So how do we do this? We're going to get into that. Okay. So who we are is we are a community that develops world-class and world-renowned spiritual leaders. That really is our mission. Our mission is to awaken 1 billion people on the planet. And how we really know that we're going to fulfill upon that mission is by developing and training spiritual entrepreneurs, spiritual coaches, spiritual practitioners, New Thought teachers and ministers, and of course, doctors of divinity. Yes. Okay. So we want to get into this. So let's break on down my entire methodology for the skill set, the expertise, and your mindset. Okay. The 3 things: the mindset, your skill set, and your expertise. These are the 3 ways that we help Spiritually based people monetize. Okay. So, number one, let's go into this mindset. This is all about the spiritual mastery. And we recognize that until we deal with our subconscious mind, until we deal with our consciousness, I can give you all the skill set in the world, but it's not going to work, right? It won't work if you don't understand that you believe in yourself, right? So, mindset, we teach and train primarily in people how to do how the creative process, of course, metaphysics of mind. We teach what's called the E4 trauma method. It's a modality that I created years ago, and it is something that helps basically transform the trauma. So what we found is that people can want to be successful all day long, but they may have a belief of I'm not enough, or I'm not worthy, or something's wrong with me, or I can't do this, or whatever it is. We call it commands. And what happens at a subconscious level is we have moments where we're in a high state of emotion, and we understand that the moment that we put a positive or negative meaning on anything, we instantaneously have a positive or negative emotion and feeling that comes with it. And so trauma is basically a high state of an emotion that happens, that your subconscious mind is so open because you have so much energy and so much emotion. And then you decide something, you command a limited belief. I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I can't do this, whatever it is. And that goes into the subconscious mind and plays out like an automated record that plays over and over again, like puppet strings in your life. And so the process and the framework that I use, whether I'm training and developing a world-renowned spiritual leader, or whether I'm dealing with the top CEO, or whether I'm dealing with a single mother just struggling, the framework is always the same on clients. I always take them through the E4 trauma method to try and clear out as much subconscious stuff as possible to clear the soul. The second thing we do is the framework is taking them through the entire truth triangle. The truth triangle is it births someone's power, their passion, and their purpose. Okay. So we go through and get clear of what someone's core values are. We get clear of setting healthy boundaries. We get clear and take back the power of everywhere we've handed it over in life. And we begin to birth someone's passion, really getting clear of what their values are, what it is, because what happens is the trauma that you've gone through in this lifetime, when it's transmuted, it actually is able to become your purpose and calling and legacy. So this is what the core work that we do in doing the mindset work, the spiritual mastery work. So this is all about birthing someone so that they are able to have total clarity, totally know their truth, totally know their values, and completely know what their purpose and legacy is that they're here to do. And so in that, they become so powerful. Even if I'm working with a top CEO that already has a business, we still would do that exact same work, because when they get clear of what works for them, their policies in their business gets better. Their ability to lead is better. Their ability to get clarity on their products and services exponentially grows, right? So all of this is the same work we do for anyone, is having their mindset get right. Okay. So if you're coming into New Thought Global and Society and getting trained in it, you get trained in how to do this for your client, how to take them through E4 trauma method, how to help somebody taking them through truth triangle and birthing their truth. Okay. So you do it for yourself and you do it for your clients. That's part of the amazing part of our training. Okay. The second is skill set. Let's talk about skill set, which is the most trusted and proven 6-step system. And we understand that this, again, in order to monetize your love for spirituality, we have to understand, skill set. You need some business skill set. So number one is a 6-step system. Okay. So number one is position yourself as an expert in the world. Number two is creating what's called a freebie, so that you can actually have an exchange of information in people's emails. Number three is a value sequence, meaning a 5-day challenge, a 3-day challenge, a VIP day, a workshop, maybe even a free coaching session, so on and so forth. Number four is the actual offer. Number five is the upsell, and number six is the downsell. So what does this mean exactly? This is a 6-step system that we train in, this entire methodology. I did not come up with this. I've been trained for years and years. I've spent over $250,000 on my own education. I'm in, a $40,000 mastermind with elite women that do multiple 6 figures and multiple 7 figures. And this is the same system. It doesn't matter if you don't even have your first client or if you are a 7-figure coach. This is the exact same system that you use, that you're always developing these 6 areas of your business. Okay. So let's start again. Number one is position yourself in expertise. This is done through things like social media. And there's actually 10 things to post on social media, which we train, and also getting your media up or getting positioned as an expert, from everything from going and doing talks to having maybe your own podcast or being on other podcasts, or maybe it's writing a book or whatever. You're constantly developing, becoming an expertise, and position yourself in the industry. Okay. And how we do this also is through the mindset work. We get clear of who your actual client is, who's your avatar, what's your mission, all of that. Okay. So then when we come into the business skill set, we can look at knowing how you want to position yourself as an expert. Okay. Number two of the 6-step system is freebie, which means here your people are. They see you online. They're seeing you as an expert. They're reading your posts. They're starting to engage. Maybe they've got notifications because they like your info. So now you're putting out a freebie, right? For us, it is, say, a free quiz on what type of a spiritual entrepreneur you are, or maybe it's a blueprint on, how to monetize your gifts for spirituality. Maybe it is some guided meditations or whatever it is. It's a freebie. So it's kind of like dating. When you first date, it's like, let's exchange our information. And the good thing is if they don't take your freebie, then you haven't positioned yourself in the first step as an expertise. So this is a very important thing. This entire 6-step thing. It's kind of like, imagine you have a conveyor belt of business. And you have to do all these the 1 through 6 sequence. And if something goes wrong in one of the sequence, it's because the one before it didn't work. Okay. And then you want to master the next step. Okay. So step number 1 is position yourself as an expertise in the marketplace. Number 2 is a freebie. It's exchanging their information, their contact information, their email information in exchange for something that's bringing value to them. Exchange for you to also position and begin to teach them something from your expertise. Number 3 is doing a value sequence. And this is probably the most important part of this 6-step system. It's understanding that someone needs to experience your work. Okay. Most people won't just invest in themselves until they've experienced something. They want to know, right? That's why you're listening to this, right? They want to know what it is that you do. They want to experience, they want to know that they get value. So just like this right here, if you don't get great value from this, or you're like, oh my gosh, that blew my mind, this audio on understanding how to monetize, like you should get so much out of this and you're going to get clarity, right? If you don't, then it's not a value. So a value sequence can be anything like a 3-day challenge, a 5-day challenge. It could be this right here, this audio. It could be a video sequence. It could be a VIP day. It could be a workshop. Everything needs to be for free in the value sequence. And why we do that is because we understand universal law. What we want to receive, we've got to give it, right? If you want value, money, you've got to give value, right? If you want love, you've got to give love, right? This is the law of the universe. And so the value sequence in the 6-step business system is imperative. It's why when you walk into a store, sometimes they'll give you a water for free or something, because they know that if they give you something, it's like law. You're going to give something back at some level, right? So step number 4 of the 6-step system is the actual offer. And this is a mastery in of itself. We train and develop people how to create their products and pricing, how to get clear what that is, and how to actually present it, how to give 10x the value of what someone's paying for through bonuses, through different things, and also what we call juxtapositioning, which means that if I give you an offer, say it's, a $5,000 product or something like that, that product, I should give you $50,000 worth of value, because that's through bonuses, through whatever. And I know that if I give you a $5,000 program, I know I've priced in a way that I'm going to have massive, massive value. And I know, for example, some of our competitors are double our prices and don't even have business in it. They're just teaching practitioners, or they're just teaching whatever, but they don't actually have the things that we teach. So I know for sure in the juxtaposition that people pretty much can't afford to do our programs. Like they will take 10 times the amount of time to do it, or they'll pay a lot more, or they won't even have success. So I know for sure in an offer that I'm juxtapositioning, and we have bonuses. We give bonuses if they, we want to commend people for making fast decisions, right? And we know that if you want clients that are, powerful decision makers, then you need to be a powerful decision maker. If you want people to pay you for high level coaching, then you need to be willing to pay for high level coaching. These are just 101 of universal law. And it always is funny in the industry. Every single big coach I know that does multiple seven figures, every single one of them has hired coaches after coaches after coaches. That's the secret of the industry. And one of the things that happens also in the industry is when you sign up with coaches, you're in their community and you end up collaborating with other people and synergizing. And that's part of it. Okay. So back to the step system of business. Number one is position yourself as an expertise. Number two is having a freebie for an exchange of information of their email. Number three is a value sequence. Okay. And that's like 3-day challenges, VIP days, things like that. This is a value sequence I'm giving you right now. Next is the offer. So making sure that you are, having 10 times the value of what you're offering it for, juxtapositioning it, having it be, if they went out and bought it somewhere else, it'd be a lot of money. And juxtapositioning it also, like I literally have spent over $250,000 on my education. Imagine you can come in and get all my wisdom, right? And then also in the offer, you want to have it be motivating, meaning that you want to give them bonuses or something for making powerful decisions. And so we do a 24-hour bonus as well when you do a breakthrough call for you to really be able to, like sometimes we do a 150K course of being able to understand front to back everything in how to do a 5-day challenge. We give you the email sequence. Obviously, you can't copy it exactly, but we give you the foundations of it. We show you the ads, what the ad copy is. We show you how to set up a Facebook group. We show you how to do everything front to back. So you can't afford to not get that bonus, right? I mean, it's like that bonus alone, I had to pay $40,000 to get that bonus. So we give, we help people make the decision by helping them have an offer, right? A bonus for signing up within 24 hours. So number 5 of the 6-step business system is an upsell, meaning that you're going to have clients that work with you that maybe want to go into an elite retreat or whatever it is, right? And then step number 7 is a downsell, meaning that sometimes when people go through our programs, they still want to stay part of our community. So we have a very, very low, price for people to stay around because it's their family. They want to stay around. I don't want to do programs that are just like 12 weeks and you're done or a year and done. I believe that the people that we have will be in community and family for forever. And that's really important for me. Okay. So next is, remember we went to the 3 ways we help spiritually based entrepreneurs monetize. The first was mindset, getting all their inner work done, being able to understand all that. Number 2 is skill set, the business skill set front to back. And number 3 is becoming an expertise. Because the thing is, if you want to monetize and you don't have a product or a service, then it's going to be harder, right? If you're certified, if you're trained, if you have a modality like Carly uses now, the E4 trauma method is able to get consistent $20,000 months, then it's easier to get clients, right? You're showing results, whatever. So expertise is really about embodiment. I'm never going to tell you it's a get rich quick thing. I'm never going to tell you, oh, you can just launch in 30 days and make $60,000. Like, it's just not the truth. The truth is it's possible, but not likely. The truth is that you need to become a master. You need to embody spiritual mastery, business mastery, and most importantly, community mastery. Okay. If you want to be somebody that's making 6-7 figures, you've got to learn how to be in community. And one of the things we do in New Thought Global is we have a 0 negativity policy. We have a 0 triangulation policy. We have a 0 gossip policy, that if you make community wrong, you're going to forever make community wrong. You've got to find a way of looking and building off what's right instead of what's wrong. And you'll find this in relationships. You'll find this with your clients. You'll find this with the community. This is part of the mastery. And full embodiment is what we teach. We teach, of course, law of attraction and all of the laws. As you know, I have a universal law oracle card deck that is all universal laws, and it's coming out. And the point is that community, spiritual mastery, business mastery, the embodiment, you've got to understand yourself. It's a mastery. Okay. It doesn't happen overnight. We have programs that are so life-changing. People literally look different. Their entire families change. Their dynamics change. All of a sudden you see someone, they look totally different. They came from a codependent relationship They didn't have any money. They didn't even have a concept of what to do in business. We watch them bloom. We watch them have healthy relationships, ending their codependency. We see them thriving as a sister or a mother or whatever it is. We see them all of a sudden being able to have their first $10,000 a month. And it is so incredibly beautiful to watch. And it takes full embodiment. Okay. The second way that we help build, obviously, you as an expert is by getting trained and certified in our modalities and our processes, facilitating E4 trauma method, facilitating the truth triangle, even being able to coach in business. Our coaches become they're able to coach in business because they get all the information, all the worksheets, everything, right? There. And so we have triacalls where you go in and you get trained and you actually facilitate the work back and forth and you get testimonials. So a great way of getting your first client is showing that you're getting results for other people. We also, of course, coaching calls with me. We have soul circle calls where the community, the practitioners give calls and teach all the stuff. So they're getting developed as leaders. They're teaching all the wisdom and everyone has accountability. We have accountability on Monday. We do goals and life purpose statement. On Wednesday, we do what's called a long copy post to publish something, whether it be on social media, on your blog, or writing a book, whatever it may be. So all these things help you become an expertise. We go off the one thing and we really help you get goal oriented, because what we found with a lot of the spiritual coaches that come into our programs, they've done a lot of work. They have, quote, quote, supernatural abilities. They're all advanced. But the thing is, they don't have 2 feet on the ground. They are very ethereal and they're not being able to get results in their life because they need to come back to, being able to measure consciousness also. So we always say, set your goals, have 2 feet on the ground, and also keep your head up in the ethereal realm for miracles at the same time. Okay. So it's super exciting. Expertise, watching people get developed and hone their expertise. And some people have other things. They're Reiki masters or this, whatever, and they can implement the things that they learn in New Thought Global. They can take E4 trauma method, and then they can also do other modalities. We just ask that, you keep it pure when you do our modalities and make it clear to your clients what you're using, what modality you're using, so that the client themselves benefits to understand, well, I really like E4 trauma method, or, hey, I like this other modality over here. Which one is that? Right. So we all keep in alignment. So this is the truth, is that if I can do this, you guys, you can do this. I was a hot mess. That's the truth. I was somebody who was confused, overwhelmed. I was in codependent relationships. I was a young single mom, barely making money. I ended up saving $1 million in my 30s because it came from total lack. It actually came from total lack. And the truth is, you can become somebody that has, clients. You can become somebody who's even a 6 or 7 figure coach and still be miserable inside. What matters the most is that you're living authentically. The world needs authenticity more now than ever. And how do you ask yourself if you're being authentic or not? You ask yourself by asking yourself, if there wasn't money involved, would I do it? If there wasn't money involved, would I be in that relationship? Would I be doing that career? Would I be living where I'm living? And the answer is no, it means you got to do it. Just like this. Would you join one of our programs if money wasn't an issue? And if the answer is yes, then you can't hand your power over to money. It's never about the money. It's actually about you believing that you're worthy of having the support. You're worthy of getting trained. You're worthy of becoming and bringing your gifts and message and living your purpose and calling and leaving your legacy for the world. This isn't about money. This is about you believing, because if you believe, there's a will, there's a way, right? This is the truth of the universe. So what's possible out of this? What's possible out of this is that the world needs truth more than ever. The world now is shaking down the old paradigms and the old systems. They're crumbling, literally. And what's possible is an entirely new world. There's going to be a new world order that's probably all evil, and there's going to be a new world order of light workers and spiritual leaders creating movements. Real true leaders don't create just products, they create movements. And you need to get trained of how to create your own movement. And you're going to learn that, right? And harmony will be the new metric of the world instead of net profits. And we do love money. We believe that money is a beautiful expression of love, and being able to have the resources and the team and the tribe and all the technology and everything takes money. It takes money to get your message out to the world. And so we celebrate that. But we know that the new world of the world that we want to create there, it needs to be measured in harmony. And we truly do that in our community. It's been a huge lesson and growth for me to build community and be able to have people thrive and have policies that work for everybody. The beauty of the breakdown out there in the world is that we're having the breakthrough. We're birthing a new baby in this world. We're birthing a new level of consciousness. We're birthing knowing that extraordinary actions equal extraordinary results. And if you want an extraordinary life, you've got to take extraordinary actions, because we say faith without work is dead. Okay. We understand the power of the mind. We understand that we're not the doer, but at the same time, we understand inspired action to align to our truth. So my invitation for you today is to say yes to yourself, to say yes to your dreams, and to say yes to taking bold actions, whether you come into New Thought Global or whether you do something else. My invitation is for you to take bold action in your life. The world needs bold leaders. The world needs courageous people that are ready to bring truth to the world. Okay. Universal law says, again, if we want to have high ticket clients, you need to be willing to pay for a high ticket coach, right? If you want, if you want to have whatever it is that you want to have value, you want to get money, you've got to give great value. We give extraordinary value out in the world. And that's why we have extraordinary results. That's why we have a company and a community and a movement that is thriving exponentially. And so in this, I just say thank you, thank you, thank you for your time. Again, remember the 3 ways that we help spiritual entrepreneurs monetize is by having them do their own inner work and having them master the skill set of the 6-figure skill set of the business stuff, and then also becoming an expertise. Those are the ways that we help people. And so in that, I just say, may you live your truth and may you book a breakthrough call. That's what I got to say. We have an extraordinary couple of people that do breakthrough calls that are amazing, have been with me for years, and that really don't do hard sales at all. They basically really know the truth of giving service. So when you come on a breakthrough call, you're not going to be, it's not a sales call. We literally come with an open heart to serve as much as possible. And if we feel like there's a fit, if we feel like our programs would truly benefit you, then of course we're going to recommend something to you. But we also know that we want you to be true to you. Okay. So have a beautiful day, you guys. You can go to newthoughtglobal.com, check it all out. I'm super excited. If you come in the program, you're going to be with me live. We only do live programs. It's all live, front to back. Okay. We just know that digital courses, they're good. They're just, most of us don't finish digital courses. Right. So have a beautiful day and may you live your truth.